78, 79, 80. Doing my sets of 100. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. I usually do 4 to 5 sets of 100 in the comfort of my own house. I'm now doing a new business. It's taking me about 12 hours a day, so I gotta consolidate my time frames, and I can do them in the comfort of my own house by doing push-ups right here at the end of my bed. And anyway, I had my let me get my little guys here. Sorry, folks. So I do chest, shoulders, and little biceps right here for a little nighttime to relieve stress. And I just do sets of 100, 6, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Really feel the contractions. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Feel the contractions. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 50. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, 4 sets of 100 tonight. I do incline push-ups, a lot less strain on your shoulders, your clavicles, your elbows, your lower back. So as opposed to doing them the regular way on the ground, I like to do them inclined. I get more of a tricep burn, I get more of a good chest pump, and then after that I go straight to curls. And when I want to work my shoulders, I'll do something like, just like this, side lateral raises to really burn the delts, you know, like sets of 10 to the side, easy, simple, effective, then to the front, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then after that, I'll do a high pull. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the workout tonight, but here's the drill. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what you got is, you gotta push up like so. If I want them out here, I'm really working triceps and chest. I'm working that lower head of my tri. If I'm like so, and I'm working a little bit more of my upper chest. I want to get into it here. My hands out a little bit more. I'm just working, squeezing that lower chest, just like so. You know, it's almost like I'm doing, you know, a chest squeeze. And of course here, listen, I'm breathing, not fake breathing. I know I'm old. I am in good shape. Blood pressure's perfect. Everything's good. I had to take a green resistance band, and I'll literally do sets of 100. Sometimes I'll do them slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you think it doesn't burn, it burns. And I promise you, it feels great. And guess what? It's like a soft impact. I'm getting the concentric, eccentric movement. I'm getting the negative. I'm getting the positive resistance. If I want to go slow, if I want to go back slow, if I want to do a forearm movement, I can do forearms like so. I could just go right into a trap pull, just like so, squeeze them, hold it for a second, and back. And I can do a shoulder movement like so, just like this, you know, like easy, like dumbbells. So what I'm trying to tell you is, in the comfort of your own home, I train so many people online from all across the world that say, it's about time with me. I do not have the time. I work 10-hour days. I have to come home, be with my family. I want something to eat. I want to rest and relax, but I also realize how pertinent it is to stay in shape. and have a great quality of life. It's important, folks. The battery's burning up. It's corroding from the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink every single day on this planet. And I just read a good study done out of Iowa that I'm including in my book that I'm doing with 4 kids. It's called College Fit, College Smart. And what I'm talking about right now is a brain synapse when it gets out of kilt, because there's an acid balance in your body. And if it goes too high or too low, the neurons are affected. And what happens is there's a sense of fear, which is what we know as the panic disorder, anxiety disorder. A lot of girls get it in college. A lot of women get it at home. Sometimes it's isolation. Sometimes it's fear of the unknown, fight or flight, whatever it is. The epinephrine in your body gets to overwhelm you. Your adrenal glands get to churning. Your thoughts get to overwhelming you, and before you know it, you're spiraling downward. And it becomes all too prevalent day after day after day, night after night, especially if a person's alone. They sit in the darkness and they think, God, I fear being alone, but I promise you, the common denominator that all the studies did and said was, sure, there's a pill, there's a powder, there's a potion for it, but guess what? All of them have a timeline, and all of them end, and then they throw you on another pill. That's what Pharmacon is good at. That's what all these drugs are good for. Doctors, hey, they're the best there is. I got friends that are doctors. They do nothing but try to help people, and half the time people aren't happy with them because they think doctors are miracle workers. They're damn close to it, because there's a lot of good doctors that I have as friends, and their empathy and they're sympathetic towards people's needs, towards their maladies, their problems, their injuries, their pains, whatever it is. You know, guys like Dr. Tom Cockerham, Dr. Alan Johnston, Kelly Scrance, there's some people out there that absolutely care. Carl Lukehard, cardiologists. There's some guys around here that are incredible doctors that care about people's needs, but I promise you, the first line of defense is right here, fitness. And the common denominator, what these studies said was, they knew one thing that was effective in helping to stop depression, increase dopamine levels, increase serotonin levels, because when you drink, when you eat sugar, you stagnate your body for about 36 hours. And it keeps going down and down and down. And irregardless of how much you're working out, if you're tearing your body apart with sugar every day, you're building up a certain amount of lactic acid and ammonia in the body. And if you're not extracting those toxins out of your body day after day, those acid balances in your brain, they tilt, whether it be too much or too little. And after a while, you start to get panic disorder. You start to get fear. And you can't make changes in your body if you're stifled. If you're out of shape and you sit on a couch day after day, and I'm asking you for 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, all you got to do is look online at me. Guys are telling me, hey, the guy's fake, he's charging. I'm not, hey, you know what I'm charging? Get your ass on here and look and find out exactly how to get in shape. I'm giving it to you for free because I want you to get in shape, because I happen to think that fitness can alleviate a lot of the hate, a lot of the anger that's out there. It can stop drugs dead in its tracks, because guess what? When you're stimulating endorphins in your brain and you're feeling good, I can't tell you how many drug addicts that I've met that got off of it. Their alternative was, irregardless of whether they were a type A personality, they're in a gym, busting their butt day after day, and that's a champ. I'm talking to 2 guys right now, folks, right now, and they're both on the East Coast. One northeast and the one at the bottom down here in the south. And both of them, this is tragic, and I tell guys all the time, this isn't a laughing matter what I'm doing here. Don't judge me because I used to do steroids. I'm trying to give you guys some education out here and tell you damn right. I did steroids, but there's some side effects. And one of the biggest side effects is, 2 of these guys are telling me I didn't know what I was getting into. I felt like I was Superman. I felt like $1 million on them. One of them was a top shelf competitor. The other guy just tried it because he was in sports. He got out of football, tried it in college. He lost relationship after relationship. Why? Because the drugs took him down mentally. Physiologically, they didn't understand what it was doing. That after they got off their own test production, being compensated for by the drugs they were taking, they couldn't quite produce their own test again. It affected them psychologically, mentally, and physiologically. And guess what? They call me every night. When do they call me, Christy? Around the clock. Around the clock, they call me to say, Greg, this is it. I'm suicidal. I'm going to take my life now. They can't hold on to relationships or anything. And I tell them, listen, I promise you, it took me a year to get off the steroids that I was doing not TRT. What guys do. That's totally different. Guys blast me all the time and say, you're on TRT. You know what? When I get on TRT, I'll be the first to tell you. But I don't need TRT. My butt's in good shape. My TRT is my own test production because I work my butt off and I work out hard every day. If I was on steroids, you guys would damn well know it. So the accusations, you can stop them now. Because just because a guy has a little bit of veins and he's 62 years of age, give me a little credit. I work my butt off. And the guys that are around here know me real well. From the time I was an athlete till right now, I still walk the walk that I talk. Irregardless, I got a lot of guys out there a lot better than me. But what I'm trying to impart is a little message that's strong. If you're doing steroids and you want to compete, chances are that's what you got to do. But if you're not competing, what the hell are you doing steroids for? They got so many different alternatives that you can buy on shelves if you just research and educate yourself. And know one thing, look before you leap. There's a lot of disaster out there. These guys, their man parts stopped working. They lost their relationships. They lost jobs. Anger set in. Confusion set in. Doubt set in. They lost their confidence and they went from being Superman to super dead on their butts. So I'm telling you, look before you leap. I'm not out here bashing, but listen, any drug that starts to take people down, that starts to give people depression, and you start calling my phone at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, you're damn right I'm going to answer, but concern starts to overtake me, and I think at some point in time, somebody else doesn't speak out, I'm sure as hell speaking out. Listen, TRT is different. It's for men or young guys that have low tests. Your free test is floundering, so yeah, you need to bring your test up. And at some point, if my test gets to drop it, and I promise you it probably will as I get older, guess what? I will be the first to do TRT. But for now, I feel good. I'm my own TRT. I keep my ass in shape. I stay in shape by trying to eat as good as I can. I try to drink water all the time, leave fluids that are like sodas and things like that out of the equation. So remember, treat yourself with tender love and care. As we get older, the battery's breaking down faster and faster and faster. Women, they're getting things like intelligent fluvian. You know, they're losing their hair because of stress. And the more hair they lose, you know, I talk to women all the time who have hypothyroid problems. You know, they're sitting on Synthroid, they're sitting on thyroid medications, and they have sleep medications they have to take as a result of those medications. So the calls that I get are not so much as about bodybuilding, it's people about their qualities of life. And I tell them, listen, I know you don't want to go outside, because who wants to go to a gym anymore anyway? The scrutiny that I have at 62 is, wow, you used to look so good. God, what do you have, a disease? You're dying. You lost 50 or 60 pounds. Guess what? I got off the juice 31 years ago. And guess what? I got small. But you know what? At 62, I feel good. I'm healthy. My blood pressure, my blood panels are good. And I sleep pretty damn good at night. Not always. I got pain. I got hit in a wreck, so I'm dealing with that. But guess what? I'm not doing heavy weights. But there's still alternatives you can do in the comfort of your own home. The most important thing is to not quit. So keep yourself focused. Get yourself in an easy program. If it's only 10 or 15 minutes a day, just look online, check me out. I'll check out a lot of other trainers. They have some great trainers out there. But I promise you, if you want to know the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of this business, I can show you the shortest way to keep your butt in shape or to get in shape. To lose weight is not that tough. What's tough is to trick your mind. Like I was telling some friend tonight, I said, listen, you just got to make up your mind to say, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. No more Mr. Nice Girl or Mr. Nice Guy. The Coke, the cream puffs, the candy, the pretzels, and all the things that people say, go ahead, have another one, have another one. The snowball starts to take you down day after day after day. And I promise you, in the day that you start to have panic, you start to have anxiety, those things start to mount. And they do become a snowball effect. And after a while, they affect your sleep. They affect your quality of life. And guess what? There's so many people out there, I didn't really realize it, but I get up about 4 o'clock every morning to research different aspects of depression, suicide, panic disorders, you know, hair loss, a lot of things in there that I was throwing in the book that I wasn't even aware of that exist, that I thought, you know, I'm going to include these things, especially for kids out there that are getting into college, that are leaving high school, that are saying I'm on my own, and all of a sudden there's 4 corners of junk food, and they're saying, well, what do I do? I wasn't equipped for this, you know. I've always eaten a little hamburger here, this, you know, little hot dogs here, a little Taco Bell over here, and I'm not bashing anybody. Listen, I've done it too. But I promise you, the more accountable you are to your nutrition, more accountable you are to hydrating yourself properly, the better you're going to sleep at night, the bigger change you're going to make in your body. And I promise you, you owe yourself 10 or 15 minutes a day. You're driving a nice car, you live in a nice house, you spend money on nice watches, True Religion pants, Coach purses. Spend money on your darn body. Take care of yourself. Take care of how you look every day. Walk with your head up. You're just as important as everybody else because we're all works in progress. I love you guys and girls out there in Facebook land. Listen, everybody, be nice to one another, man. We're in perilous times. There's some people out there that are suffering, that are going to die because of this horrible hurricane tragedy that's going from, the middle of the United States, the southern region, to now it's over in Florida. People in the islands that are out there, there's people that are suffering every day. So while you got all you faculties, you have everything at your disposal, take 10 to 15 minutes a night. Watch what I'm doing online, if nothing else. 4 exercises can change your body. Tomorrow I'll do legs for you guys, and I'll show you how easy it is to keep your butt, your legs, and your calves in shape. And I'll show you how to keep your stomach in shape so you feel like $1 million. Stay in shape. Have a great day. I love you guys. Be nice to one another. It's just that easy. God bless everyone tonight. Bye.